25, 50, 50, 50, 75, 100.
When it comes to horse sales, nothing else compares. Western Bloodstock, the premier sale company for Western performance horses, creates a strong market for buyers and sellers with competitive bidding in an exciting atmosphere. Information on upcoming sales and sale incentives can be found on our website, westernbloodstock.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, now moving to 5145 in your catalog. Turn to 5145, Rocking Elk Cutting Horses, Slide Play Girl. A 2007 Sorrel Mare. Here's another highlight of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Slide Play Girl Company. I'm sorry for that slide cat out of that Playboy mare. Taquita's Play Girl, the big producer herself, second down Peppy Taquita. Here's a genetic package once again, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking about it. I've been selling the colts out of her all weekend long, or all week long. Here's 5145, the Slide Play Girl, a 2007 model. Take a look. Here she is. This is Slide Play Girl. Earner of over 343,000. She was a finalist at every church she went to, finalist at every derby. She pretty much won everything in the country. Earned over 343,000.
I have. Hold that mare right here. Give Tom Johnson $800,000.
Let's go ahead and attention, guys. Stand up.
Come on down.
Thank you, Jamie. That was Slide Play Girl, owned by the Rocking Elk Cutting Horses, written by Jamie Snyder.
$9,000. He paid $8,000, $9,000 out the door. I got $20,000, $9,000 here, but I'm Tom now. $28,000, $9,000, now $30,000. Now one, $31,000.
When I was a kid, 16 years old, Daddy kept 40 mules and horses here, and on Saturday morning, all the farmers would come up to try the mules. There wasn't a lot of tractors here in the mid-50s. They still farmed with mules, the small farms. And we had a Bloodstock right down there, and the farmers would come hook in mules and work them. And they wanted to get out of the house. I know what they want to do on Saturday morning. A lot of them would take them a little nip. And they'd work in mules and wagons, and they'd run away. And it was a different deal. My dad one morning, feller had plowed an old mule down there for 30, 45 minutes. And when he brought him up there and took a harness off of him, he asked Daddy, his name was Hulk, he said, "Hulk, that mule ride?" He said, I don't know. He said, come here, Don, get on this mule. I must have been 14, 15. But the quick as I got on that, if you ever try to ride a mule, you can't, if they start down, there's nothing to hold to. And he went right down that back lot, running a corner. And when he stepped, I went over his head and went through a barbed wire fence. I still got the scars. Had a new pair of blue jeans. We just got a new pair I don't know how often, but it was odd to get a new pair of blue jeans. And all that barbed wire tore them blue jeans up. That's what I hated so bad, and cut me up pretty good. And then the man didn't buy the mule after all that trouble, but I was born on the hill up there in 1940. And my dad was a mule trader and a horse trader, and he sold fertilizer to all these farmers in this area. That in the early 50s here, there wasn't a lot of tractor farming. They did it with mules. And they were the last place, as far as I know, that farmed with mules. I mean, plowed them, literally plowed them. And I've literally plowed one all day when I was a kid, running around corn and whatnot. And we had to pick the cotton by hand. And the only thing we got out of the cotton, the scrap cotton, Daddy would let me and the neighbor boys have it, and we'd sell that scrap cotton. If we got up $10 or $12, we'd get to go to the fair. But anyway, it was a good place to be born and raised. I was standing in line to get my diploma, and a buddy of mine was in front of me, and he turned around and said, "What are you gonna do?" And I said, "I don't know. What are you gonna do?" He said, "Well, I think I'm going to auctioneer school." And I said, "Well, I believe I'll just go with you." So we went to College Station, Mr. Walter Britton, 2 weeks. And we had an auction at the auctioneer school, and big tent full. So Mr. Walter said, "Green, you're gonna have to be the first man." I said, "Oh, Mr. Walter, I don't do that." "Yep, you're first on the totem pole." So I got up there, never sold anything in my life. And I had a rocking chair, had a broke rocker. That's what I had to sell. So I just piddled around there, and I got up to $14, $15, and I don't remember, but I don't think anybody ever bid. So I got to thinking, I can't do this, so I just bought the rocking chair and paid him for the rocking chair, and I brought it back to Alabama in the back of that pickup truck with the pipe bodies on it. And my daughter has it now, and that was the beginning of my auction experience right there, the first piece I ever sold. For a long time, I'd have a horse sale nearly every weekend, and we run the cow sale, my dad did, and I got the auction and the cow sale. And then I got the auction and a cow sale in Columbus, Georgia on Monday. I'd come to Montgomery, Alabama, and did a big sale on Tuesday, and Wednesday I went to Birmingham. Thursday I hauled cattle in all day to our sale. And on Friday I'd sell that thing by myself. And got to doing more horse sales on the weekend. A lot of times in the 70s and 80s and even in the 90s, I'd have a sale almost every weekend somewhere. And you know, you never did know what it was gonna be, but they'd call you. The first time I was here, we had the sale across the street in the Coliseum, and Mr. Ike Hamilton had been the auctioneer for the NCHA a long time, and they called me and wanted me to come help Mr. Ike, and I did, and he started and called me up after a while and said, "Get up here, son, save some of these horses." So I was, of course, my blood pressure was running out both ears because big crowd, and we had the bleachers and the people up. There was a lot of people. And I don't know, the first horse I sold, we had a kid. He got up in the stands and he was way away from the ring man, and he didn't know, and he just got to bidding, and they kept taking him. And I forgot what the price was, but when they carried him a ticket, he just broke and run. We had to bring a horse back, resell him, which was embarrassing for the first one that I sold, but we got it done. But I got no regrets. I've had a good run. Everybody's been nice to me. Made a lot of friends, sold a lot of horses to a lot of people, and sold a lot of horses for a lot of people. I got a big map there, and I put a pin in all the places I'd been to in the country, and anything except the East Coast. We hadn't had many up there, but from where I am west and north, we've been to, had a couple in Canada, but all the western states to California, and you know, the northern states, and especially Oklahoma and Texas and Missouri and those states. We've had sales all these years.
That's what it said. I heard it. $31,000. I got 31 million. People are going to want you want to be one?
But I've enjoyed every minute of it. I have. I'm getting older now and slowing down, but I still go to my cow sale. If a boy's got a big run, I'll get up there and sell about an hour, and the buyers will cut up and won't know what I'm doing. So anyway, some of that stuff I say just comes out, and sometimes I'll think, why did I say that? But I've always got away with it, and they'll just laugh and go on, and you know, but you got to have something to say. If you ain't got something to say, you better sit down. Well, that's the truth, you know, and but it's a good business. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
550, now 575, now $600,000. I got 575, $600,000. Now quote. I got $600,000.
If it don't get you blood pumping, you better get another job. Because if all them people are bidding, I've had the best ring help over the years. We'd have 4 ring men at all them sales, and I've been working with them so long, and they're so good, and they work hard. But if you're in that box and things are going good and it don't get your blood juiced up, you better go get you a job doing something else. And if that don't do it for you, nothing will, because it'll make you want to do something.
We got 25, 50, 50, we got 75, we got 100.